This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Nothing's real. So I'm building a studio space, again, in the basement of this house. And here's why. This is our bedroom. Baby's been sleeping in there for a couple months. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. She needs her own room. She needs her own space. Her stuff is in here. Newborns make so many noises when they sleep. If you have a kid, you understand. If you don't, they are so loud. And the other thing is I just want to be able to use my bedroom again. I want to be able to come in here and change my clothes and watch a show and use the bathroom without worrying about waking her up from a midday nap, because all of her naps are in here too. So sometimes when the kids are here and when Evan's here and the nanny's here and my editor's here and the baby's napping in here, I'm feeling like I have nowhere to go. I have no space that's mine. So baby needs her own room. That's thing number one. You would think in a house this size that we should have lots of bedrooms, and in fact we do. We have Jackson's room over here, Caden's room just beyond that, and then Bella's room. Right now, we wheel her crib into Jackson's room and she naps here when the kids aren't here because they're week on, week off with their mom. And his room is the closest to our room. So the plan is move the baby into Jackson's room. Jackson goes down to our office, which is on the main floor, and then he gets his own bathroom, and I'm sure he'll be thrilled with that. And finally, our office, which is small for both of us, is going to move to the basement, which is also going to become our office/studio. Last thing, first of all, my hair is in the front because I fed my baby not long ago, and then that happened, and I don't want to change yet. So what's going to be cool about this video and about this reno is that it is an unfinished basement downstairs, and the footage you're going to see I actually shot last night in the dark. It's creepy, because it's creepy down there. But the thing that you can relate to is that the basement is unfinished. Any space you're in, you don't have to have a nice room or a nice new house. You can build your own shooting set in even truly the ugliest space ever, because this basement is the ugliest. It's not cute. It's not a good look for anyone. And this first video is part one of what is certainly going to be a series, because this is going to take us a while, in building out said studio. And we're going to talk all about the plan. We're going to talk about the design elements, the different spaces, why I need them, what we're going to use them for, some of the gear that I know we're going to need in this space. Not all of it is final yet. That'll be in a later video, but at least it'll get like the wheels in your brain turning if you are thinking of building your own similar studio/shooting space in your house or in a small space, because we've been doing a lot in that room downstairs, the two of us, and yes, we've had to switch on and off because Evan has calls and I want to shoot and that kind of thing, but we've made it work. And so going into this space downstairs, we're gonna have the luxury of a lot more room to move things around, and I'm really excited about that. Let's go into yesterday's footage and I will show you the plan. You enjoying this video? Cool. Couple things I'm gonna ask you to do then. 1, maybe subscribe to my channel. 2, listen to me talk about Squarespace for a minute. Thanks. I used Squarespace to make my website. I legitimately did, even before they paid me to do this ad. The template I chose was clean and stylish, and I literally built it myself. I really struggle with design, but Squarespace made it super easy for me to showcase my portfolio beautifully. The platform is super easy for me to customize, update regularly, and I can get analytics about the purchases made on my digital products through my online store. And I run my own business, so I don't have time to learn a whole new platform. All right, so head over to Squarespace for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can use this code right here to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks, Squarespace. Now back to the video. Let us talk about the inspiration here behind this office. What better picture to paint about why we need this studio space than the way the office looks right now? I had to kick out Evan from his desk area over there. There is a baby bouncy chair on the floor. There's a box of stuff that's being sold on Facebook Marketplace over there. Because I just have too much camera gear, okay? This is in the way. We got a C-stand in here. There's a pile of crap over there. And I was like, do I clean up for this shot? No, I'm not going to, because this is the reality of what a studio space is, not an office. Because like a home office should be computer desk, some papers, pencil pencil, pen, like this is being used for too many things. So this room would have been lovely to keep this just as like an office workstation and then have the studio downstairs. But we got to rearrange people. There's too many people in this frickin' house. Here's the inspiration for the studio. Every time I've had to do this, every time, because it's been multiple times, the best way to get ideas is to go on Pinterest. And because this isn't our forever house, the studio downstairs is unfortunately and like so aggravatingly going to be temporary still. We want it to look expensive, but we don't want it to necessarily be expensive. And we need to be able to take it all down because this is a rental. Nothing can be that permanent. Let's put it that way. Here's the Pinterest board I call Home Studio. I knew I wanted to incorporate a slat wall of some kind because it looks expensive, it looks premium. I have found someone here who sells like acoustic sound panel versions of these wall slats. Now the color, I haven't totally decided if it's gonna be black or brown, but it'd be something like this. You see how we put them in the middle of the wall? Like that. So there'll be a space on either end over here that's just gonna be some drywall painted a certain color. Other things I liked, we're going dark and we're embracing the dark, moody basement, cozy vibe. This is going to be the corner. So whatever chair I'm using on that main shooting wall, you can pull over to the corner that's right beside it, and you can like throw in a little plant and accent light down there. And then I'm gonna have a microphone go over top for like voiceovers or just an alternate shooting angle over there. Maybe podcast. And then we'll have some hanging lighting, something you can grab off Amazon that is rechargeable and you can use a remote to turn it on and off because we don't want to run power behind that wall. Again, rental temporary. And the thing about having those practical lights behind you is that it can act as a hair light. And in like several studio spaces ago, I'll insert the video clip of what that looks like. I did something similar with just some Edison bulbs and cables that I bought, like hanging pendant cables that I bought from like Home Depot. So it's not like it's expensive. You can buy any kind of hanging pendant light from IKEA even. And then the wall to, like if you were facing that wall, the wall to the right, because there's a window there, I'm like, what's easy so that we don't end up drywalling the whole thing? A curtain. So we're gonna run a curtain along that wall. And then the idea is, 1, it covers the window. 2, easy whole wall's done. 3, I could do something like this with the chair, with the microphone, with a little glowing light behind me. The other wall, the wall that is beside the staircase, the wall up the staircase per se, is where my desk is gonna go. And we are taking a nod to Becky and Chris's home reno video. This material, particle board. We're gonna use particle board for that whole wall. Probably paint it black like they did because it looks good and there's texture on it. And I'm sorry, Becky, stop coming up with great home renovations ideas. That's not what this channel's about. So I'm gonna take inspo from you because this was their wall on wheels idea, and I love this, and I will be doing this whenever I have a permanent studio because I think it's such a good idea. Their wall on wheels, she attached little picture frames, just kind of light accent things like whatever these banners and this little flag is. I want to do something like that over the desk. Even if it just ends up being some picture frames, I realized probably instead of getting something new, like getting new pictures and new posters and things, I should probably just use those. They're heavy. That's my main issue, and they're reflective. That main shooting angle, I'm gonna be using a table. It might be Evan's table and we put a different like piece of wood on top of it. That's a cheap way to do it as I'm talking through this. That will also be wheeled over to the wall that has the curtains just past it. We're gonna use this like a top-down area. So like a product unboxing, opening kind of space. Lighting from the ceiling. We'll have the camera come over with a C-stand, and that'll be the top-down area. I'll link to this office tour video because obviously you can't see the wall mounted stand we have in this office, but it'll probably be that for the top down area. Last but not least, on the opposite wall of the talking head camera angle, we're gonna have some backdrops, some rolling paper that we can pull down. My flash is set up already in C-stands, so it's a lot easier to go in and take some photos there, shoot some product stuff. We can wheel that top-down table over to shoot some of those like product spec videos, because I would love to do more of that on the channel and start experimenting. It's just a matter of space at the end of the day. Like I have so many ideas, haven't had the space, haven't had the time. Another thing I need to figure out is like, where are we gonna mount this guitar, the neon sign? All of this stuff is gonna somehow go up on the walls of that like 4-walled filming area. So the mentality of having different walls and different textures and different things up is, yes, you could shoot like directly on each wall. There's so many possibilities to change up the angle, like we did in my old house. We shot in different directions all the time and reinvented that very small office space. But every corner and every wall is intentional in order to maximize the shooting opportunities of the space, and also have some areas that are easy to film in. And easy, I mean like frictionless to walk in and film something. Time is of the essence, because if this is your first time here, hi, welcome, thank you so much for joining me. But I had a baby 3 months ago. Right now she is napping and I film when I can. The easier this is gonna make my filming experience, the more videos I can get done. Poor Evan is getting shafted. What do you want? Go.
For it to be done. This is your shooting space. This is
You don't want anything.
I can deal with me.
What corner? Do you know where you want it?
No, because you need to pick yours first, and then I can work around that.
Well, that was pointless. So we will consider his area. However, I am not designing that first right now. It's a little selfish. Let me show you the space. So this is the essence of what the space is going to be. The desk area is going to be over here, like where I work at my computer on that wall. This is the main shooting angle. This is going to be the curtain wall, top down area. And behind you is going to be where the backdrops go. Evan's desk, storage. I'll show you all that in a second. So this over here is going to be the main shooting angle with the slat wall. The slats are going to be right in the center. We're going to shoot straight on, and it's going to have that console table behind me, some pendant lighting, some hanging practical lighting, something really clean, simple, and streamlined. Ideally something like the slats that we can just pull in and put up right away. This wall over here is where my desk is going to go, my computer. We're going to have that particle board that we're going to paint cover the entire wall, and probably put up like some pictures, possibly the neon sign, possibly some desk lighting, a few little practical things there. But for the most part, this is going to be where I work every day. Also another shooting angle. Also we'll be able to shoot into that corner because it'll combine a bit of the slat wall and the particle board. And maybe I can even face this way sometimes without shooting flat on it, but I have it in the background and turn like a screensaver on my computer. This is the wall that's going to be all curtains, so it covers the window, adds some texture. We can also shoot directly onto that wall and add some lower ambient lighting, or mainly I just don't have to think about it. And if I come up with something later, we end up staying in this house longer, great. I can do something else with it, but right now, whole wall is going to be curtains, so it covers the window. This is where the backdrops are going to go. Probably 3 different ones are going to come down from the ceiling. Ideally span along the length of the wall. I'm going to get some pretty big ones. Down the line we could do something to the wall behind it, but for now this is a quick and easy use of the space. This is where I would like to have a couple flashes set up for photography. This can be another camera angle if we'd like, where I can have a few different colored backdrops, easy, ready to go. It can also be something we use for product photography or product videos, because I would like to get into trying a few more things out and experimenting, maybe doing some like spec mock-ups. And I can also use that top-down desk over there again, because it'll be on wheels and easy to wheel around the space. So we can just drag that seamless paper right onto it if we need to. Over here is the pile of crap that needs to be stored. Storage is going to be on the other side of the stairs. We're going to put in a shelf that I used to have in my old condo here. Evan's desk, we have the Peloton and our treadmill over there. And that side is just going to be where all the stuff goes. It is so creepy down here, and I've only just clued into that right now because it's dark and I'm trying to film down here with one small softbox, and it looks like I'm coming straight to you from a horror movie. But instead I'm going to be working down here and shooting down here. So just trust the process, okay? Yeah, it's sketchy. It's gonna come together though. It always works out.